It's just me. When it comes down to it, it's just you. And what is it that you want to do with your life? Growing up, I didn't feel like I fit in. I felt like that there was this box that wasn't made for me, that my spirit could not be contained in this box, in this linear expectation of going to school and getting a degree and getting married and having kids, and then what? Felt like so many pieces were missing in the in-between. That we were supposed to generate energy in a certain way and generate income in a certain way. And I just never felt like that was my path. And as I learned more about being a projector, I totally get it now. I reflect back on all the struggles I had as a kid, being anxious, not feeling like I fit in, wanting to be of service and connecting with people and being with the energy, not creating the energy, but amplifying it. I worked hard at trying to fit in. I worked hard at my grades. I got straight A's. I went to college, which I didn't finish. But as I grew and my awareness expanded, I was like, no more. There was no more time and no more energy for doing things the way that society wanted me to do them. And it ruffled feathers, especially the feathers of my parents. You know, every once in a while I even still get conversations around, you should go back and finish that degree you started in college. And it's like, no, it's not going to happen. They were beautiful stepping stones, but it's not where I'm being led. And ultimately where I've been led is entrepreneurship. So hi, my name is Melissa. I am an intuitive projector. I am a holistic entrepreneur. I am a homeschooling mom. I am a nature lover. I embrace my gifts for the world. And when I embrace my gifts for the world, I watch the alignment all come together. And so when I witnessed my body not in alignment, when I witnessed me trying to fit into a box, I ultimately watched my life fall apart. And I watched my body fall apart. I was taking my stress from not living my authenticity and my truth and stuffing it in my body. Because we're all really good at that. We're all really good at stuffing our stuff in our body. And I was good at it until my body said, no more. It was a Tuesday afternoon. I have a new baby at home. And I look in the mirror, and on the side of my neck, there is a lump the size of an egg. Literally overnight. That was a hard day. It was a very confusing day. But I also was all remembering that I was very curious. I was really curious about what that was. Why? A healthy 26-year-old woman, why was my body doing that? And so it led me down this journey of discovery, because our physical manifestations of illness and symptoms and dis-ease is a bigger wake-up call that your body is asking you to pay attention to. So every time I looked in the mirror, there she was. Right there on my neck. Unavoidable. So unavoidable that it even got as big as my jawline. And it was there and it was present. And so I decided to take the action for myself and take the action into figuring out and understanding what was going on with my body. So I went to talk therapy, and long story short, that talk therapist, we worked through some stuff, some junky, yucky, mommy issues, daddy issues, this just a general sense of understanding where this is coming from, right? What are we doing? We're just taking care of our stuff. We're cleaning house. Great. It was time to clean house because the overwhelm, the stuffing got too much, and it was time. And as we worked together for a bit of time, she decided to say, hey, our work here is done, and I want to pivot you into what is right. And I was like, okay, I'm down to play. Let's focus on what is right with yourself. And that's what led me into the work that I do for my own personal care when it comes to my life, my health, and my business. And that healing technology is called Elan, Extraordinary Living Through Advanced Neurology. And so I have watched myself and have guided myself and have created higher states of awareness, expansion, consciousness, the willingness to step into those dark spaces and trust. And so as I watched my body self-heal over a bit of time, the whole process of this thing showing up and then resolving itself was about a 2-year process. But during that time, what did I do? I got connected in my body. I addressed the stress and tension patterns that were running my life, that was telling me, hey, pay attention. Pay attention. What is the throat? It's communication, it's authenticity, it's truth. Are we speaking it? Am I standing tall in it? Am I honoring who it is I am and what it is I need? And so as my body continued to reorganize, my life continued to reorganize. As this resolved, I watched other pieces of my life resolve, grow, change, evolve, become anything but ordinary. I fully stepped into a life of extraordinary and magical moments. It's been a beautiful ride. It's been a wonderful journey. And it's been anything but easy. But ultimately, as we move through the ups and downs of life, it was what I signed up for. And it's what you've signed up for. And with my entrepreneurial spirit and wanting to be of service, I knew that this work that I learned from, that my body has experienced, that I have moved through in my life, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in my family, career, social environments, and finances, like all those components holistically work together. When we change the shape, tone, and tension of our bodies, we watch the shape, tone, and tension of our lives change. And so this also moves into business. When we start to understand and get connected within, we turn up the volume of our body's wisdom. We listen to the cues. Now I can hear things a lot more clearly. And hopefully hear them clear enough before they turn into something I notice on a Tuesday afternoon when I go to the bathroom and realize, wow, where did that come from? And so with that is why I do the work that I do, because I've seen what is possible. I've watched the self-healing happen. I've seen people move through things so gracefully with so much ease and power and inner strength. And when we're able to move through life in that way, we also then raise the bar on what we expect out of life. When we get a handle on our physical, mental, and emotional and stress health, we can then take the actions we need to fully launch into the business we want to create, the adventures we want to go on, the lives that we want to build, the foundations for not only us, but for future generations. It's impactful work. We are here to make a difference in the world. I am here to make a difference in the world, and I know that. And I've seen it over and over and over with people that I work with. And so here at my space, which is called Moon Healing Studio, but as an intuitive projector, I can guide. I can see things in a different way. I understand these gifts, and I help people understand those gifts about themselves. And so whenever we're working in that space of the higher call to doing, because life isn't about have, do, be. But life is really about be, do, have. Who are you being first to do the things you want to do and have the life you want to create? So I love working with people in that space of personal growth and development, business growth and development, and seeing those two things intersect. Because who you are being throughout the day is going to dictate how you are going to show up, how you're going to do the things that you'll do, and then have the results you want to have. So how do we connect more into grace, flow, ease, alignment to make business and life feel just a little bit better? Like, I want to feel really good in my body. I want to feel really good in my business. I want to feel really good in my life. And know that no matter what is thrown at me, through the ups and the downs, I'm still good. I'm still focused and connected. And the things that might have crushed me 5 years ago, just like, you know what, I got enough room, I have enough space for that. It's a really powerful place to be. And so that's what I teach others. And that's what I hope to share and continue sharing with the world. So I have a beautiful program that I help people move through what it means to be successful. And what it means to be successful, you know, we can put together this little triangle of support. And in that triangle support of success, there's primary aim, there's excellent health, and there's efficient systems. And when you have all these three things working really well together, then you will have success. And however it is you define success. We all have different definitions of success. So whatever that is, let that be the truth. And so with that success piece, we always want to do foundational work so that we know that we have that set. Because a strong foundation is important. We know the Bible story of the foundation on the sand versus the foundation on the rocks. We want to create a solid foundation so that it lasts and it supports us, and that it supports us even when maybe we're having a really off day. And so that comes down to something called core values. So this is a part of what I teach, and making sure that when we connect into our core values, it helps us connect into that higher call of doing. And so what are core values? You know, core values are a compass. It's something that's going to allow, it's intangible, but it's going to allow you to make sure that you are focusing in correctly and staying on course no matter what you are doing. So those core values help you make decisions, they help you build relationships, and they help you ultimately solve problems over time, because when you're connecting into your core values that are the most important, you know you're on track. You know you're in alignment, and you know that you can continue to develop and achieve what it is you are out to create, whether it's personally or professionally. I don't think enough of us do core value work, and it's so important. You know, core values are going to help you decide how you interact with people. You know, are you going to interact with people with respect, with honesty, with integrity? You know, are those some core values? Or how about you conduct business with reliability, consistency? Or how you're just going to uphold your own personal responsibilities in life? You know, all these things play into our core values. And when we really understand what they are, then building from there becomes way easier. You know, these are our guiding principles. This is the North Star. Where are you pointing? Where is that compass pointing? And as you have clarity and awareness around what your values are, then you know you're always going to be taken care of and supported energetically in life. Because when it comes down to it, a lack of authenticity, a lack of truth and communication for what you need could, at least for me, it created an opportunity. If anything, that created an opportunity for me to learn more about myself, to make necessary changes. But as I continue to work through anything in life, that foundation of my values is a shining star. Because I know if I'm pointed there, then I'm on track, no matter what. And so I want to leave you with some actionable steps and some actionable questions for you to consider when it comes to your core values. I'm actually going to leave those questions in the comments below and give yourself some homework. It's easy enough to look up core value, like spreadsheet, like lists of different values. So I encourage you to go and pull up a list and just notice like how many values there are. There's a ton. Every list is incomplete that I've seen, and a complete list is going to be a giant list. And I'd love for you to maybe share in the comments once you figured that out, like what are your top 3 core values in your life and how it is you want to run your life with those core values. So again, my name is Melissa Moon. I am here to guide. I love guiding ambitious, heart-led people through chapters of change so that you feel grounded and clear about the direction you want to go and feel really good in your body while you're doing it. And so I'll leave a link also for maybe applying and taking some time to have a conversation with me. I vet people. I don't work just with anybody because I want to make sure that my guidance is the right guidance for you. But when it comes down to it, at the end of what it is we want to work through, I can guarantee that things will be different and it'll feel different, and you will see yourself in a different way, and you will experience your body in a different way. So check those links below. Like, comment, and subscribe if you'd love to hear more about this beautiful work and beautiful journey that maybe we'll all go on together and create community around supporting one another. So until the next